Redhawks sealing the deal. Huge win for them. So FCAT crew, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's boys basketball. Frontier strikes right back. Dredge takes a three in the corner. 3 threes in a row for the Redhawks. Pulls the three. Yes! What a shot! Oh my God! Look at that! And you can kiss that goodbye! That's the game. This is exactly how the JV game is going. Hello and welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, joined tonight by Braden Repold here on the announcer's table for a thrilling rematch. Frontier playing against their crosstown rivals, the Greenfield Green Wave. It's the second time that these teams have met this season, Braden, and Greenfield is looking to go 2-0 against the Redhawks. Frontier looking to even the score out late in the season. And, I mean, we've had a lot of conversation about some changes that might be made in the lineup coming into this game, Braden. What can we expect to see from Coach Morris and the Redhawks?
Well, one thing we were talking about before the game is we're going to see a couple of the JVs playing. Here we have, was it Dean Gray and
Landon Valley?
Yeah, that's who it is. So we're going to see some of that because we were talking a little bit about the game before, but Frontier's bench, you want to speak a little bit on that?
Yeah, Frontier's bench has been a little lacking so far this season. They are kind of running on a short bench. Not to say anyone's injured, it's just been the production has been predominantly relied on with just 4 players, the 4 captains, Max Millette, Garrett Dredge, Alex Ellis, and Ro Modesto. And incidentally, that's the exact same story with Greenfield. They're relying on 4 players as well, Caleb Murray, Grayson Thomas, John Brior, and Caleb Thomas. It's kind of the same story on both sides of the floor tonight, and it might end up coming down to who's going to have a deeper bench, especially if fouls come into play, which they did in the last time these two teams faced.
Another thing to note is one of our starters, Garrett Dredge, is looking to break 100 tonight. He's got 94, so I think we're going to be able to see that for him tonight.
Hopefully. He's been hitting a bit of slump in the points recently, but hopefully he can bring it back up tonight. Big student section for the Redhawks, white out the theme to match their jerseys, and we're going down to the floor for the starting lineups. All right, and we will be underway in just a moment here at the Red Hawks Nest. This stream is brought to you by Frontier Pizza, the official pizza of FCAT Sports, and Albert Hearing Services in Greenfield, Massachusetts. Taking the jump ball here for the Red Hawks is going to be Rowan Modesto against John Brior, who earlier this season broke 1,000 career points. He has 234 on the season, Braden.
Yeah, a little bit of backstory. I used to go to the YMCA and play a lot, and I played against him a little bit there. He's definitely he's got a lot of great talent, so it's going to be great to see him out playing tonight, but also hope that Frontier can stop him down there in the paint, because that's where he shines.
Yeah, one of the best big men that we have in this area for basketball. And it is going to be the Red Hawks starting off with the ball. Some confusion on who's going to be taking the inbound pass, and it's going to be Garrett Dredge right in front of Greenfield's bench. Guarded by Grayson Thomas. Handoff to Millette by Frazier. Millette starting things up for the Red Hawks, guarded closely by Caleb Murray. Millette over to Modesto. Modesto pivoting, and that is going to be an early foul called on Grayson Thomas. I think it was a holding was the motion.
It looks like it, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing it could be.
Hawks off the inbound again, fresh shot clock. Dredge looking around, faking the pass, and now he finds Millette down low, driving, and he gets denied. Loose ball, and it goes out of bounds.
Clean slap.
And it's going to be Greenfield's ball. So after the early foul, a good stop on defense for the Green Wave. And Frazier with some good hands to deflect the ball out of bounds. And now pressuring again, he gets it in to Caleb Murray. Murray taking it up the left side of the court. Past the logo, guarded by Ellis, who pushes him back. Murray drives, pulls the J, and he makes it as he goes down. Millette up for the Red Hawks. Modesto in the far corner, sees Dredge up top. Fakes the three, drives, puts up the deep two, short. And Brior gets the boards, moving fast, sends it down the court. Murray, and he can't get it through Modesto, who doesn't get the boards, finds it with Frazier. And
not quite sure what the call is on that one.
Yeah, whistle blown here. It's going to be a foul on Rowan Modesto.
Oh, I see.
Does not turn the ball over, was in transition, but there was some contact coming right up here, right in front of our bench. They ran right by the official, too. No surprise it was called there. Frazier in motion, gets the ball, gets his dribble tapped away, but now he hands it off to Ellis. Ellis drives on the low blocks, can't split the two-man, and Modesto knocks it down.
Breaks even for Frontier.
Murray, and he travels. Those are some big calls early on going Frontier's way.
Yeah, definitely. I think it sets a good tone for the game, and I'm hoping the game will keep up this intensity because I want a good game, and I'm sure we'll get that from this.
Modesto through traffic, three ball, short, rebound loose, scooped together by Caleb Thomas. Caleb Thomas was the star player for Greenfield in this previous matchup this season, but now it's down low with Caleb Murray, who swings it back up top. Grayson Thomas for three. Rare miss, but Caleb Thomas gets the boards off his foot and out of bounds. Greenfield looking rattled early here.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, one thing I want to mention, it's early to say anything watching right now, but so far, off the couple minutes that I've been watching, it looks like Greenfield's got a lot of great teamwork and communication so far. A lot of good, chemistry, I think I want to say.
Yeah.
It seems like they're all communicating really well.
It's something they've been working on as well. Definitely something that the boys team has been a bit envious of with the girls team, who just they mesh together so well. Absolutely. As now Frazier tries to pitch it down low, and that's picked off. Good hands from Caleb Murray as Frazier almost sends it back the other way. But now Grayson Thomas from the arc, working back the other way. Three ball, right wing, not there. Coming in hot for the boards is Caleb Murray, and it's staying with Greenfield.
Really intense so far, Mason. Everyone's really playing their heart out in the first couple of minutes.
setting the tone early for this match. Always physical, always scrappy. Looking for someone on the inbound. Murray has to get it in, and it comes to Grayson Thomas. Looking for someone, and Ellis bats it out of the air. Put back and drawing the foul.
I mean, it would have been a good steal, unfortunately, but the only thing you can really do in his position is just kind of swat it and hope it goes to one of your teammates. So
yeah, Dredge not quite ready. He didn't realize it was getting batted down. It was behind it, like directly behind him. Here comes the crowd against Grayson Thomas, but he stays cold on the nail.
Love seeing the student section really packed up there.
If he makes this second one, that is point number 200 for Grayson Thomas as a freshman.
That is crazy.
And he does. Big moment there for number 5 in green. Millette bringing it up for the Redhawks. Lean into the left, hands it back over. Ellis, pass deflected off a foot, and Frazier recovers for the Redhawks, resetting with Dredge. 20 to shoot. Dredge gets the ball poked free. Grayson Thomas goes down. Scramble for the ball. Dredge has it. Jump ball.
I mean, in that play, it seemed like Frontier has been a little sloppy with their handles and left up a lot of opportunities for a steal by Greenfield there, which is why that resulted in a jump ball there. I mean, a lot of steal opportunities. They couldn't quite capitalize on, but they definitely saw them.
Letting their guard down, and, I mean, give credit to all the players that dove down on the ball. You could see there on our Albert Hearing Service replay. But it's Caleb Thomas with the ball now, over to Grayson Thomas. Cousins, I believe they are, and now there's the connected pass to Brior. They were trying to get it to him a little while ago, and they connect this time around.
I'm curious if they're going to be feeding him all night. I mean, down in the paint, he's a...
3-ball, Millette comes up short. Dredge gets the boards, puts up the J, and that's not there either. Boards loose going to Greenfield as Millette took a hard fall. Millette slow to get up behind the play. Murray can't get it free. Loose ball, and Brior can't get the finish. Boards go to Frontier. Millette jogging around now, seems to be all right. Stutter step and a carry called against Ellis.
I feel like carries are so hard to call nowadays, especially with the newer game of basketball. Like, let's take it back to the 90s. You're not going to get called. You're going to get called for a carry almost every time playing a game like this. But nowadays, it's a lot harder to carry, especially with like terms like gather step and everything like that. Yeah, the gather steps have changed a lot in the way that refs have called games. As we're seeing here, Gavin Arsenal check in for Caleb Murray. Rowan Modesto with the only point so far for the Redhawks as Dredge pops the ball free from Arsenault, played back to Millette, who seems to have recovered from that hard fall a few moments ago. Millette driving through the lane and he finishes! I think Millette has improved this year so much as a player. I mean, he's become so much more of a facilitator and a shooting guard, which is great to see from him because last year I could see a lot of improvement. And Millette playing some aggressive defense, jumping on the back. Second fall of the game. Of Grayson Thomas, I think we're just going to see a timeout there. I didn't see any motion for a foul on that play. No. Although I believe that there was a jump ball. It was either a jump ball or there was a timeout called by Greenfield. I think it was a timeout called by Greenfield. I was a little distracted by Millette leaping on the back of Grayson Thomas. That was, effort's there. Effort's there, but so is the temper. I mean, I said before, Braden, the tempers flare in these rivalry games. Definitely, and it doesn't get much hotter than Greenfield and Frontier. I mean, it's a great rivalry. I mean, it reminds me of the Celtics versus Lakers, but I love seeing the energy because we have so much energy coming from the student section, and all of the players on the court, Greenfield and Frontier, are riled up, and the game is just so intense right now, and it's only halfway through the first quarter, so it's just over. Be a good game. Yeah. Coming out of the timeout now. I believe it was the first timeout of the game for Greenfield, if that was the call. No foul on the play either way. 2 fouls even on each side. For the Redhawks, it's Ellis with 1 and Modesto with 1. Fans stand back up for the Redhawks. All suited up in white. You can see that front row there. Oh, yeah. They got their fit on. And it's Greenfield with the ball. Out to Grayson Thomas, who loses off his foot, recovered by Caleb Murray. Murray taking it to the right wing, sees an opening, covered by Millette, swings it across. Caleb Thomas driving, puts it up over the block. Tough bucket.
just some amazing grit from these players playing like this.
I mean, you can definitely tell from both teams that there's a lot of talent out on the court right now.
Absolutely, especially in these starting fives for both of these teams. Ellis driving on the left lane. Euro step.
Great move.
Fantastic.
I mean,
watching him cut through the lane like that is it's a thing of beauty, Braden.
Oh, yeah, and absolutely. I mean, like on the topic of.
And now he gets a steal on the other side of the court. Ellis moving fast, taking it himself, pitches it out. Modesto pulls it too far. Boards go the other way. Moving fast, wide open. Murray recovers and he travels.
What I was going to say before, Mason, on the topic of players improving, I think Alex Ellis is another person to look at. I mean, since from last year comparing, he's definitely improved a lot more. I feel like his mentality is as well. I mean, and his playmaking ability, too, has also greatly improved.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Braden. He's the energy that he brings to the court, and that's kind of been facilitated with plenty of other players. As Goodrow gets the boards off of a block, now it's Modesto on the left wing, guarded by Brior. Millette with the ball. Millette driving, pulls the jumper.
Oh, my
goodness.
Knocks
it down.
What a good move by Millette.
He hasn't gotten the ball as much so far in this game as Ellis gets knocked down. Shot doesn't go for Brior. No call either side on that play. I'm a little surprised by that. I expect something one way or the other, honestly. But now Ellis picks up his dribble. Millette, 3-ball over Murray! Over Murray! Are you kidding me?
The answer.
Now it's Thomas. Frontier leading by 3, driving, and it rolls down off the fingers of Caleb Thomas.
Really
1-point game. Ellis saw a lane, didn't want the 3, swings it out. Modesto, triple from the corner, knocks it off the rim, and Dredge saves it. Impressive over Brior, but now moving fast is Grayson Thomas, who gets the lay. Millette moving fast. Pace has really picked up in this game ever since Goodrow subbed into the game for the Redhawks just a minute ago. Now Dredge at the point. Dredge spins to his left, looking for a pass down low. Jumper. Modesto, it's not there, and the boards aren't there for the Redhawks either. 1:10 to go in the quarter. 12-11 the score, going to Green Wave. Grayson Thomas resets at the logo. Now swung down to the far corner. Jab step, drives, and he steps out of bounds. Frontier's ball.
One thing I want to touch on, Mason, is related to Greenfield, is that when they have possession, usually when they're on possession on offense, their movement is just so fast. Like, they're making these quick passes, they're moving really quick with the ball, and I think they can use that to their advantage, because I think it looks like they play a lot better when they're moving fast, and they use that to their advantage against Frontier to keep up with that, which is a lot hard for Frontier, but if it works, it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have a timeout on the floor taken by Frontier, their first of the night, and we have a couple replays for you. There's the made shot from the nail by Millette. And they've had a lot of great transition points as well, Braden. They've had a couple of steals as well. We saw a replay of Ellis's steal earlier in the game. That didn't end up resulting in points that time around, but that's been a point of improvement for the Redhawks. They've really tried to focus on steals, shutting down the passing lanes, trying to turn that into points. As you can see, the nice cut through the lane by Ellis there. That was a fantastic drive.
Absolutely, yeah, great move. I mean, a lot of great moves from both teams so far. I'm seeing a lot I like from Frontier. I mean, Max Millette's been pulling up some great moves. I really like his pull-up jumper. For example, Alex Ellis's Euro step just then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that their play has definitely improved from the last time that we covered them.
Most definitely, yeah.
in our previous streams. But, I mean, they're coming off of a rough spot. Just yesterday, they lost to South Hadley by 11 points. It was a 73-62 the final score. And monumental night for Max Millette, dropping 37, a ridiculous number for high school. And also another landmark night for someone we might see later in the game, depending on how things go. Number 21, Landon LaValle hit his first varsity points with a 3-ball as Ellis is on the low blocks, pitches it out. Modesto looking for Millette, hands it off to him. Millette from the right side gets trapped beneath the bucket, finds Dredge at the last moment, pulls the short jumper. It's short, and that is going to be a foul against Garrett Dredge.
Looks like he held on to him a little bit there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a hold or maybe something. I think that's, Patel was in the way of him, and Dredge was diving around his body. I didn't know if it might be something on the physicality there. But 3 fouls for the Red Hawks in this first quarter and 2 for Greenfield. Shot clock is dark. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1-point game in favor of Greenfield. Patel with the jab step and the fake, recovered by Patel, trying to get it to Murray. Feed down low. He's got an opening backdoor try. Brior almost ripped away, and he finishes the job.
I mean, just there you can kind of see some of his dominance down there in the paint. He's big man, big body, and he's got a lot of muscle. So
3-ball, Millette at the buzzer. Can't knock it down. Boards go to Brior, and he doesn't have time to make the shot. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 14-11. Hawks hanging with Greenfield. Had the lead for a minute as well.
Yeah.
But after 8, what are we looking to see change here, Braden?
Well, one thing I'm liking seeing is that Frontier's really looking for the lanes right now from Greenfield, but I think they're having a little trouble keeping up with them, which kind of goes back to their fast-paced movement here from Greenfield, which is just their biggest issue right now. I think their defense is just fine, but if they can keep up with them, then they'll be able to make it a lot better. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the offense. They're looking for a lot of people really taking smart shots here, and I just really like the shot opportunity that they have right now. They're making a lot of tough shots, which I like to see.
Yeah, they're fighting for good shots, and I liked what you said before, Braden, the smart shots. They got to have a good shot selection, as we're seeing a little recap here, some highlight moments from the first half. There's Ellis' steal we were talking about earlier, but what you're saying about the smart shots, they aren't taking the first thing that they see, which, that's some smart basketball, that's some patient basketball, and, sometimes you take a risk and it pays off like that shot we just saw there, over Murray. Contested shot, but that's how you can gain some momentum and morale.
Exactly. And plus, you know your strengths, so you know what you're capable of, and Max definitely knows what he's capable of, and is comfortable taking shots like that.
Absolutely. So now we're seeing 2 new players out on the court for the Red Hawks. Number 1, Carter Miller, who just inbounded the ball, and Skorowski, where number 2 is down low on the top of your screen right now. The feed knocked away and taken by Brior, who hands it off to Kayla Murray. Murray stops, sends it over, open 3 for Grayson Thomas, and he bricks it off the front of the rim. Hawks get the boards and will reset. Moving fast now. Miller fakes the shot, trying to drive, gets blocked by Brior. Just the stuff down low is not there for the Red Hawks.
No, they're definitely not doing so well in the paint this game. I mean, how can you be with Brior out there on the court? He's a big man. He's got a great reach. So
Murray with a nice move, can't finish the job. And scramble, it's going to stay with Greenfield. But you're absolutely right, Braden. I mean, there's so little that teams like Frontier can do when they don't have a true big man to compete against John Brior.
I know. I mean, if the other team has a really good big man and you don't really have necessarily a true big man, then it's just going to make that matchup that much harder.
3-ball, Thomas from the corner. He gets knocked down after the shot. Did not go, and he's chasing down Skorowski, and that's going to be a foul against Grayson Thomas. Tempers flaring, and he took that personally.
Yeah. Getting some chance here from the Frontier crowd.
I mean, you could see him ready to commit that foul from all the way down the other side of the court.
Absolutely a chase down right there.
So it's going to be Skorowski to pitch it in from out of bounds. That is Thomas's second foul of the night. Between the legs is Alice. At the point, driving, spin move, puts it up, and it doesn't go as he got knocked down, and a collision afterwards. And Ellis taking a breather here. We might see a stoppage of play, but right now Frontier playing with a man down, and
Ellis took a big hit down there.
Yeah, big hit. He's holding his hand.
Greenfield's player landed right on him and pushed his head right into the ground, so.
I don't understand why the official didn't stop the play there.
No, I saw him standing around there.
He was standing over Alex Ellis.
He grabbed for his whistle, but
he was waiting for the play to finish. But there was points down low, so it's 16-11. Greenfield driving is Skorowski, sends it out of bounds. Was looking for Modesto.
I hate to point out the obvious, Mason, but the game so far has remained insanely physical. I mean, the intensity and the physicality is really there. We can see with all the bodies going to the floor with this right now, and especially on defense and offense from both teams.
We might see Eric Larson coming in for Ellis here if he is still nursing that hand. Not sure what exactly he got banged up on there. But Thomas guarded by Miller. Caleb Thomas through traffic, can't find the bottom of the net. Brior, and it's a jump ball.
It's going to stay Greenfield, I believe.
Yeah, stay with Greenfield. And 2 subs coming in quickly for Frontier. It's going to be Durso and Larson coming in for Modesto and Skorowski. Caleb Murray ready for the inbound down low. Waiting for the official. Gets it in quickly. Brior trying to get through traffic, sends it up, and it goes down.
That's such a hard shot, too, with 2 defenders slapping you right there in the arms. And if you're able to power through it, there's not much you can do against that.
Yeah, I mean, he really knows how to play that position so well. It's great to watch him. Ellis, step back 3,
Almost.
Too far, and Durso can't reel in the boards. And long pass, intercepted by Ellis, can't be kept in, runs into a fan as well.
I mean, it's good to see him still. He's working through the pain there. He looks like he's back up to it, so.
Yeah, he's definitely not really shaken up after what happened on that previous play. But Greenfield still with the ball. 7-point lead now. Caleb Murray. Murray driving to his left. Open man is Thomas. 3 ball, can't knock it down. And Ellis brings down the boards, breaks away from Brior, sends it down the court. It's Durso. Durso thought about it, and now it's Larson for 3. Got it! Oh my goodness, Eric Larson! Where have you been?
What a sequence there.
Murray looking for a screen by Brior. Millette rolls around it. 4-point game. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Murray calling for some motion from Arsenal. Arsenal gets the ball down low to Brior over Durso.
Not much you can do about that one.
And it's tough. You got to put some of the younger players in, or I should say less experienced players in when you have your starters who have been just getting worn out down low like Rowan Modesto has. But Durso holding his own on offense here. Larson gets the ball, sends it back out top. It's Ellis. Leaning to his left, one-handed pass. Millette turns, jumper, and it falls! Spinning Jay, and he knocks it down. Back to a 4-point game. Thomas gets denied down low, and it's staying with Greenfield.
What a sequence for Frontier here, Mason.
That was a huge block.
And the replay right here.
You can see that there in motion. Oh, my goodness. I think that was mostly Durso. Big stand. But now on the inbound, looking for someone open up top. He's got a few, lobs it, Brior hands it off, and it's tapped away. Ellis didn't have the angle to go after it, but now here comes Grayson Thomas through the lane, and he finishes the job with the finger roll.
You can really feel a shift in energy here, Mason. It just keeps going back and forth.
All Frontier needs is a few stops on defense, and they're tying this game up. I mean, the momentum seems to be in their end of the court. Ellis, step back, jumper.
Oh, my goodness!
Alex Ellis! What a bucket. That was ridiculous.
Timeout's going to Greenfield. Mason, we're seeing some insane shots here from Frontier. I mean, they're taking these tough shots, and they're making them. They're getting these great shot-creating opportunities. I mean, we see Max Millette here off the spinning jumper.
Yeah.
And then right here, Alex Ellis with the step back. I mean, it's insane to see this right now.
It's pretty amazing, and we're going to get a look back at some of them right now here thanks to our Albert Hearing replay as we're in this timeout now at Goodnow Gymnasium. There was the block right there by that. I still think that was Durso who got most of it on the play. But this was pitched out. Larson coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't get a lot of playing time and just knocks it down like it's regular business.
I mean, you got to give him an answer.
And here comes on defense, Brior down low. I mean, we talked about him all night. He's just, I mean,
you're going to be hearing that name a lot.
Yeah, just working in his office like he always does. And there's the spinning jumper. Like, what can you do against that?
It's a great catch and shoot. He's such a good catch and shoot shooter, and he does so well under the pressure. I think it's his ability to create a shot and finish with it.
Just create a little bit of separation and just do so much with it. That's what the great players can do. Millette's able to do it, and you see that a lot from Caleb Murray. He's been shining a lot tonight. Hasn't been selfish with the ball, really. But now he hands it off. Gets it right back to him. Murray driving on the right wing, sends it over. Arsenal wide open for a three, sends it off the rim. Millette gets the boards, 4-point game still in favor of Greenfield. Pass deflected, going back the other way. Here comes Murray and Grayson Thomas. Thomas is covered. Lay isn't there. That's a big pickup right there. I think that was Carter Miller who covered Grayson Thomas and denied the bucket. Durso thought about it. Now it's Millette, pulls the
back
J.
in the air!
Back to back.
Catch him in the air.
Thomas from the near corner. Durso swatting at him. Grayson Thomas drives, double team, swings it out.
Got no answer.
Stolen. 2-point game as Millette takes it the other way. Millette with a lane against Murray. Fakes
and
it.
Again he goes.
Ties it. Tie game in the nest. 22 even. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Durso knocks the ball away from Grayson Thomas. He drives, puts up the roll, and he knocks it down.
For it.
That's where the tie on the scoreboard wakes up Greenfield as Ellis is wide open, unguarded, and he sends it too far to the left. There seemed to be a huge defensive mix-up there on Greenfield.
Know, right?
I don't know what happened. Thomas from deep
rattles
it down.
He blew a kiss to the Frontier crowd. And
Dredge getting ready to come onto the floor. Ellis with the ball on the right wing, driving through traffic, and one! How about that?
I want to point out something, Mason. Number 5, Grayson Thomas, looked like he was talking a little too much smack to the Frontier students and let a defender go right by him. And here we are now at the free throw line.
Maybe that's what happened on that defensive mix-up I was talking about before.
Yeah, I saw him. He blew a kiss to the Frontier crowd and was spending a little bit of time talking to him and not too focused on the game, which is not something you want to be doing.
Well, that's what happens when you're starting as a freshman.
I guess so. I mean, just don't let it get to your head or else things like this are going to happen.
And the three-point play isn't there, but Millette on the putback makes it 4.
How do you stop him?
Frontier trailing by 1. Intercepted by Durso, and he thought for sure it was inbounds. Everyone on Frontier did, and it's going to be a foul on Austin Durso. That is what the call was. I thought he marked it out of bounds.
I thought he did too.
Frontier fans can't believe it. Greenfield still with possession. Screen set up high by Brior. Driving is Murray through traffic, and he's going to go to the line.
I mean, you see those take to the sky, you know that's going to get a foul call from that. It's going to be hard not to.
I mean, Murray plays it smart. He's got great IQ on the floor.
I think he plays his position really well for his size as well.
But that's Durso picking up his second foul of the quarter and in the game. And he stays cold on the nail. Extends the lead to 2. Looking for a 3-point lead with this free throw here. And he gets it. 4 points on the night for Caleb Murray. He and John Brior are the 2 captains for Greenfield this evening. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, 3-point lead for Greenfield. Millette taking it slow, guarded by Krish Patel. Taking it to his right, hands it over to Miller, and it's picked off. Murray on the fast break. Murray, layup, and it drops down. Hawks looking for an answer as Greenfield gains some momentum. Ellis behind the back, spin move. Ellis drives, sends it out. Dredge for 3. Too far, and
I think there's a foul call on, I want to say, Carter Miller?
Yeah, it's a foul on Carter Miller.
Interesting call there.
A push. And Skorowski comes onto the floor here for the Redhawks. Taking it up is Caleb Murray. 1:20 to go in the first half. Hands it over to Caleb Thomas, who gets some room. Krish Patel for 3 in the corner. It's not there. Millette with the easy boards. Sees Skorowski. Skorowski on the lay. It's not there. And Dredge can't reel it in. Caleb Thomas moves it the other way. Brior, spin move. And he can't find the bottom of the net. Down goes Durso, and it's a travel call.
Interesting calls here by the referees. It looks like a lot of Frontiers student section here is disagreeing with the call.
There's been a lot of noise from Frontier student section, especially the girls team. You can see a lot of them shouting.
All packed up there.
And no shot. It's going the other way. Some smiles from Frontier. And
some words from him, too.
I think that's going to be on Malik Moore. Yes. His first foul of the night. Looked like a push was the motion as he's checked onto the floor for the first time tonight. Under a minute to go. 5-point lead for Greenfield. Handed off to Ellis. Ellis driving, steps back, falls. Ellis gets it away before he travels. Loose ball on the floor. Dredge picks it up. Sees some separation. Dredge thought about it. Over to Skorowski. 15 to shoot. Skorowski from the right wing. Over to Ellis. Ellis maintains possession. Under 10 to shoot. Across the court. Durso for 2. It's not there. And the boards go the other way. Shot clock is off. Under 30 to go. 25 in the half. Murray takes it slow. Deep breath from the crowd. 5-point lead for Greenfield. No score from either team for a minute here. Murray against Millette. Murray taking it to the right side. Caleb Thomas sees some separation. He drives. Thomas tied up against Skorowski. And a jump ball. Thomas, furious, throws the ball to the ground. And we've got 6 seconds and it's going to the Red Hawks.
Frontier's taking it away.
It's going to be a lob at the last second.
The energy's at its peak right now, Mason.
Try and get as close to the arc as you can, or just anywhere. Millette driving, 5 seconds, 3. Millette still with the ball, step back, over Murray! Short. Could have been some great points to grab right at the end of the half, but 5-point deficit for the Red Hawks. Not a bad end to the first half. They've been hanging right with them, Braden.
Yeah. It's been an intense game. They've been coming back. It's been point for point for point. The intensity has not let up, and I want to say the energy since the beginning of the game has only risen since then. I mean, the shift in momentum is just insane. One team gets a bucket, the other team responds.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams are really evenly matched. We saw that in their previous matchup until it was the third quarter when Greenfield pulled away. So we're going to be keeping an eye on the Red Hawks when they come out of the locker room. Third quarter has been the struggle for them. They can't get their act together in the second half of the game as we take a look at some of the replays from the first half, some steals, some shots. But Braden, I mean, I think that a lot of the Frontier players have stepped up to the occasion in this game. I mean, again, Eric Larson makes a 3 from nowhere, and you know, that's what we're talking about when we're saying we need to see more depth on the bench. We need to see players who don't get a lot of playing time make it worth it, make every second on the floor count for them.
No, most definitely, yeah. I mean, because we were talking about it a little before the game, but the depth of the bench. Frontier doesn't have crazy depth, so it's great to see some more people getting out there and getting some more points on the board and just really trying for Frontier.
Yeah, and beyond just like the crazy depth, it's more that we don't see a lot of subbing all over the place. Like there's 1, 2, maybe 3 players that we see subbed in several times.
Yeah, I want to say Frontier could be a little bit reliant on some players.
Yes,
some
that's
of their
a good way to
starters
put it.
and their
Good way to put
scorers,
it.
which is it doesn't mean the Frontier's bench doesn't run deep. It's just that they kind of rely on a couple players to get most of their points up, which I feel like might be not a mistake, but not the best system to have.
It's something that can be exploited, and it has been exploited by other teams frequently so far this season. And Greenfield is the same way too.
Absolutely,
they're part of the same plague. And yeah, I mean, we already said their names: Kayla Murray, Grayson Thomas, John Brior, and Caleb Thomas. Those 4 players have all of the points for Greenfield. You lock up one of them, that's a quarter of their points gone, effectively.
Yeah. I hope Frontier will be able to realize that and kind of capitalize off of that, because then they may be able to start chipping away at the score here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, Frontier's done a good job spreading it out. Eric Larson, again, not one of those big 4 that we were talking about who gets some points on the board for the Red Hawks. But as we go into halftime here, the Hawks are trailing by 5 and just showing a lot of grit on the floor against their conference rivals. Greenfield sitting in 4th place in the Hampshire South Conference. Frontier just trailing at 5th. And then in the divisional standings, Division 4 is where both of these teams are placed. Greenfield 25th, Frontier 27th. So it's just close all across the board. That's why this is so heated. That's why this is so important. And that's why we're going to be back in the second half in 7 minutes now, looking up at the scoreboard. 26-31, Greenfield leading at the half. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm still Mason Smith here with Braden Repold, on the announcers table here in Goodnow Gymnasium. It is 31-26 here in South Deerfield. Greenfield facing off against Frontier. Greenfield starting with the ball as Ellis goes down low in the paint. Screen set by Murray in the near corner, and the ball goes through the hands of Caleb Thomas and out of bounds. And it's Frontier's ball with just 23 seconds gone in the second half.
Mason, is there anything you're hoping to see from this quarter coming from either the Red Hawks or Greenfield?
I'm hoping to see Garrett Dredge break out for the Red Hawks. He's taken a few hasty shots in the first half as Millette, deep two, can't knock it down, and he keeps it. Modesto! Oh my goodness, what a huge effort.
Mason, as you once said, cold-blooded.
That was a fantastic play. And that's what, I mean, you got to have that kind of energy to make plays like that happen as a deep ball is knocked down. But
So
Grayson Thomas, who just made that shot there, he's been solid so far this game.
Oh, for sure.
I want to see Garrett Dredge break out for the Red Hawks. That's going to really make things difficult for Greenfield as Millette drives, puts it up as he was looking to pass it over to Dredge. Boards go to Greenfield with Murray. Backdoor feed, wide open,
right
Brior. And that's going to be a timeout from Coach Morse. No surprise there, Braden.
No.
Usually comes after a Brior bucket.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make the mistake of leaving him open, which we just saw recently, so he's probably going to have a talk with him.
That as well as spreading out the defense a little bit more. They were playing very smart defense.
Very.
But, I mean, the offense has been fantastic for the Red Hawks. They've struggled with making a few shots, but, I mean, you can see here, just watch Brior as he's waiting down low for the rebound. He's always anticipating everything. And, I mean, like I said before, he just plays the position beautifully. He knows what he's going to do. But check out the hustle from Millette to get that back in. A fantastic job. And there it is catching Brior out of position. As he goes, dives for the ball, barely keeps it in. Modesto on the finish as he was underneath Brior. Yeah. I mean, that was just great heads-up play. You could see, I mean, he took the shot, knew it wasn't going in, and he does what so few people do, especially in boys basketball. He follows the shot.
Chase those rebounds.
And he gets the rebound off of his own air ball and turns it into 2 points.
Exactly. I mean, one of the biggest things in basketball is getting boards, which I feel like is very overlooked. I mean, people consider it, but they don't consider it enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen it so many times in the girls' games. They take a shot, miss it, and then on the second, maybe even third try, they get the points out of it, and that's what makes them able to win games. Passed out to Modesto, wide open three! Not there, and the boards go over to Gavin Arsenal. Swung over to Caleb Murray, but the Hawks have been struggling to knock down shots early in the second half here as Brior once again catches the lob, and it stays with Green Wave as it goes out of bounds.
Looks like they're trying to free Brior a little bit more this quarter.
Looking for Arsenal, now for anyone. Murray gets deflected, and it's taken away. Millette with the ball, still has it. Millette breaks free off the inbound pass. Millette sees Dredge. Dredge, corner three. Can't knock it down. Pop back out. Millette with the boards. Millette gets knocked out, and it's staying with the Red Hawks.
Well, Mason, all the energy I want to say from the first half has definitely been carried over so far. I mean, I feel like, we have an injury here?
And it's Grayson Thomas. And that's some bad news right there for Greenfield if it's founded as Millette misses the shot. Boards stay with the Red Hawks with Modesto. Now Frazier driving, pitches it out. Ellis trying to get some room with Millette. But now they spread out. Deep three. Ellis can't knock it down. Boards there for Murray.
Shot.
I only say if the injury is founded because there was plenty of Red Hawk fans who were booing him as he went off, seemed to think that he was faking it to get a sub, as Dredge picks it away from John Brior, and he slows it down as he reaches the right wing. Now over to Ellis. Ellis moves fast and finishes the job.
He's really working deep in his bag, and it's working. It's paying off so far.
His post work is just so great, Braden.
Absolutely.
He knows how to move down there. And speaking of how to move down in the paint, it's John Brior knocking on the door again.
expect to see that plenty more coming from him.
Still an 8-point lead for Greenfield. Swung around the horn. Frazier with the jab, step, and drive. Out to Dredge. Dredge back to the left wing. Modesto 3-ball over Brior, and it's not there off the rim. Redhawks have been taking a lot of threes now. Murray down low. Backdoor feed, and that is going to be a foul. Yeah. Looked like Brior was going to fake him out clean, but I think that was Ellis who came down hard on him.
No, it was. Yeah, I saw him. He got his arm pretty good.
Ellis' second foul of the night as Brior heads to the nail. Newspapers come out from the Redhawks fans, uninterested. And there you can see the replay.
First one's good. I'm guessing the newspapers they have.
But right here, you can see Ellis. I mean, he got him from behind, too. Yeah, you can see the contact on the wrist there. Yeah, good call by the officials. That replay coming from Albert Hearing Services in Greenfield, Massachusetts. And Brior goes 1 for 2, out of bounds, Frontiers ball. No press from Greenfield. They had quite a few presses, full court presses that they had in the first half, Braden.
I mean, it just comes with a level of intensity. I mean, there's such a rivalry here. Great shot by Millette, too. Just kind of trickled his way in there.
He's got 17 on the night now. As that is ripped away. Combination play from Frazier and Millette. Millette drives through.
Goes back again. Frontiers just chipping away at that point differential up there.
Now it's just a 5-point lead for Greenfield. Grayson Thomas looking to come back on after he tied his shoes. Murray with a step back. Now he drives, dumps it down. Brior with the finish. All day and night. That's what's going to be happening.
You'll see it plenty more coming.
Dredge in the near corner. Sees Millette. Pulls the J. Not there, and it goes the other way with Brior. 34-41. Caleb Thomas fakes, drives. Ellis can't get the block, but it doesn't go down. Putback is there for Malik Moore.
Would have been a crazy move for winning the first time.
Over a crazy block attempt as well from Ellis, who's been putting his body on the line on defense as that.
Ooh, no call there, but would have been a nice and one.
Yeah, that's going to be on Ellis, I think, is the call here.
I think it might have been a push or a
I was looking at the wrong official for the call, yeah. Or no, it's going to be on Malik Moore, his second. It was early foul, no shot on the play. That was the motion that I caught, and I think we're getting a timeout here from Coach Moores. I thought was the motion. Did you see otherwise?
I wish I could have.
Yeah. Well, a timeout regardless. One foul apiece for each team here in the second half. 3:33 to go in the third quarter, and the Redhawks are trailing by 9 right now. Just not able to really. They're figuring out a few things on offense after a bit of a slump to start off the second half, but they just can't stop Greenfield.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like one of the things is that their shots are kind of slipping right now. They're not all landing as much as they were in the first quarter, which I'm hoping they can kind of recuperate on and get back onto that, because they were taking some tough shots in the first quarter, but they were all landing. I mean, Max Millette takes the air, and he's making it every time.
Yeah, and that clip right there that we just saw, I mean, great effort right there from, that was Caleb Thomas. But, again, backdoor feed, Brior, all day. They're going to be doing that. It's their bread and butter, and it seems to be very little that Frontier can do against that. My advice to them is going to be they got to defend against the pass. Once it gets to Brior, there's not a lot you can do.
No, yeah. I mean, we don't have many people that can really play a good defense on him, so you just kind of got to hope for the best and just hope to get a good, clean block on him, which is a difficult thing to do due to his size and his strength down there.
I think we've seen it once or twice.
A few times, yeah. Maybe caught him off guard.
As that's put up by Ellis, he gets his own rebound, and he'll go to the line. Couldn't get it to drop. Brior protesting. But that's going to be his second foul of the night. Team's second of the quarter. As Ellis looks for 2 shots.
I'm liking a lot of Alex Ellis' attempts this game so far. I mean, some of the times when he has the ball, he kind of really works deep into his bag and is able to get points off that or opportunities and openings from that, which really helps the team out. Not only his energy that he brings in the locker room out here, but also on the court, it shows both ways. He's just such a key and essential player to have for our team.
Yeah, I think that's a great analysis, Braden, as he goes 2 for 2 on the line, breaks 10 on the night, and Caleb Murray is going to bring it up for Greenfield. He calls out a play, and Eric Larson overshot the pass, almost picked it off, but now it's Grayson Thomas back out on the floor, and he draws the foul. We'll go to the line as Ellis does his own share of protesting.
The protesting goes both ways, Mason.
And that's his 3rd foul as we get a replay of it here. Going back to the nail, Thomas makes his first. 15 points on the night for Grayson Thomas. But here we might get a better look at it as there didn't seem to be a lot of contact. We did cut cameras right in between that. Yeah. But 2 points at the line regardless for Grayson Thomas. And now it's 36-45. Greenfield. The feed at the elbow. Dredge looking for someone back up top. It's Ellis. Fakes the handoff to Millette. Ellis driving to the left through the lane. Ellis behind the backboard almost got it on target and out of bounds. Greenfield's ball.
I really thought Alex might pull up for 3 there. I mean, he knows his shot creation abilities, so
yeah,
I would have been surprised if I saw him pull up a 3 there. I mean, I would have trusted it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good deep shot too. But Murray, a chance to extend the lead into double digits, now over to Grayson Thomas. Thomas deep in his bag, driving, loses the ball. Carter Miller comes up with it for the Red Hawks. Over to Millette on the left side. Millette can't get the finish. Durso reels in the boards. Here comes Ellis. Pokes free. Great hands by Grayson Thomas. Lob down the floor, and Thomas gets there first. Double teamed. Miller reaching for it, and out of bounds on Carter Miller, as it was thrown into him. Seems a little shaken up.
Yeah.
Brior checks in on him.
I like seeing that, though, from good sportsmanship.
Yeah. No, Brior's a great player in a lot of ways, and that is one of them. As Thomas pulls the 3, bricks it. Brior almost gets the boards, and that is going to be a foul on Brior.
He is not happy with it.
He's not happy, but it's the right call. I mean, you can't get a board when you're behind someone and you're grabbing the ball into their face, Braden.
Yeah. Still have a 9-point game here.
But that's 3 fouls for Brior.
He's got to watch that.
He's got to watch that. But so does Alex Ellis, who also has 3 fouls. Getting into foul trouble a little bit on the early side, as Brior is actually on the bench right now. As we were talking about that, looking at our screens in front of us, he got subbed out. I think it was Malik Moore that came on for him. Driving, Millette through traffic, gets denied. Millette with the boards, jump ball. And it's staying with the Red Hawks.
I think Frontier's forcing their shots just a little bit much right now. They're taking shots kind of out of their comfort zone, which is a good thing, but only if you can do it in, like, a good manner.
Miller loses the ball as it was taken away by Greenfield. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Caleb Thomas fakes the shot, dumps it down right into the hands of Austin Durso. Bad connections on offense for both sides right now. It's just kind of been dead for a minute.
Kind of falling off for both of them.
As Ellis can't get it started back up for the Red Hawks, and he is going to draw a foul. I think it's going to be Malik Moore getting the finger pointed at him from the official, and yes, it is.
He's not in foul trouble, is he? Or correct me if I'm wrong, is he in foul trouble?
He's got 3 now. That's his 3rd.
Yeah. A couple of people in foul trouble now.
No, I consider 3 to be foul trouble, right?
Yeah. I would as well, yeah.
Making sure we're on the same page here. Lob down the floor.
Risky
Ellis gets
shot.
it over Caleb Thomas.
Ooh.
Fakes it over to Skorowski. Through traffic, loses it, and he gets knocked down. Moore apologizing as he got tangled up in him. Now, Grayson Thomas for 3. Can't knock it down. Murray gets the boards. Takes it back out. Caleb Murray surveying the floor. Sees Caleb Thomas down low. Can't finish on the low blocks, and Skorowski, short man, gets the board somehow as he gets pressured by Grayson Thomas, who's looking for a call. Caleb Thomas gets the finish.
Just back and forth, Mason.
Millette contemplating, Dredge waiting to come in on the wings. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. 11-point lead for Greenfield after there was a scoring drought for a while. Handoff to Ty Skorowski, over to Carter Miller. Miller surveying, 20 to shoot. In the near corner, Millette drives, fakes, and he draws the foul. And I think that's going to be on Malik Moore again.
Uh-oh. Is that going to be his fourth?
That's his fourth, and that is the team's fifth of the quarter. For 40 seconds, we're going to see a bonus for the Redhawks. And you can see, I mean, man, look at the vertical on him.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at that break. That is impressive. Smollett, that is point number 20. And it's worth mentioning now, 8 points ago, Millette broke 250 on the season.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He came into the game with 238, and now he's at 258. Excuse me, 259. Murray over to Grayson Thomas, slows it down, calling out a play. About a 3 or 4 second difference between shot and game clock as Miller goes down through traffic and Thomas can't finish the job. Now here comes Ellis, 15, and
wanted it so bad.
It's going to be,
I think it's going to stay Frontier.
It looks like it. I didn't see any motion for a foul either. But Millette on the trigger, looking for someone, anyone. He gets it into Ellis. Dredge on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Durso to Ellis, and no shot. Was waiting for the motion from the official, but it looks like Ellis is going to go to the line here. And that's going to be on Caleb Thomas. That's actually his first of the game.
Oh.
But that shot hung up there for a while.
It was, yeah, very Kawhi Leonard-like shot.
Ellis with 2 shots, 5.5 to go in the third quarter. And he can't make the first. Chance to bring it down to just an 8-point game. Some late subs are made by Greenfield. Goes 1 for 2 at the nail. Grayson Thomas against Ellis. Thomas lobs it, and he gets fouled at the end of the play. And that's going to be Ellis picking up his 4th.
Oh, man.
That's a really bad time to do it, too. There was definitely contact and a collision, and you can see that, yeah, he hit his forehead. You could see on the replay, like half a second. Right there you can see shot goes up, leaves his hands, and
right down on the forehead.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to see right here at this time of the game. Alex Ellis getting 4.
Yeah. As Thomas stays cold. 17 on the night now. Has a chance to make it a 10-point game. And he does. He'll have one more as he took the shot from beyond the arc. And he goes 3 for 3. Last second lob here for the Redhawks. It's going to be Dredge with it. Puts it up in time. Not there. So that's the third quarter. Score right now is 50-39. Greenfield pulling away a little bit. And we said when we came, like at the end of the first half, Braden, third quarter is the weak point for the Redhawks. Something about coming out from the locker room. They just don't have their rhythm.
No, not at all. I mean, it seems to be a reoccurring issue. I'm not sure what might be the cause of it, but it definitely needs to be changed because Greenfield's going to start pulling away, and if they keep it up, then it looks not looking good for Frontier. I'm hoping they can kind of recuperate a little bit, come back like they did in the first and second quarter, get some more shots up, and hopefully more of them will connect. Yeah, and they definitely have already. I mean, Greenfield already has pulled away. You can see Grayson Thomas. I mean, he's been connecting with most of his shots right now, and Frontier has been struggling in some defensive aspects. They got a bit of a break that they caught with Brior hitting his 4th foul, but he's going to be back, I assume. We'll have to see if Ellis is going to be back on the floor, though. That's kind of a question mark right now. Evens out the playing field here with 2 of them in foul trouble, and they're both very crucial players to both teams, so it's going to make it a little interesting. Yeah.
Brior with 15 points on the night for Greenfield, and Ellis with 11 for Frontier. So, I mean, pretty even contributions as well. So, I mean, if you take both of them out for most of the final quarter here, it does even the playing field. But now we're seeing Ro Modesto come back out. I don't think we saw him really at all in the third quarter, Braden.
Not much, no.
But Greenfield has also been doing really, really well defensively. I think that was their big thing that they stepped up in this second half so far.
See Brior back on the court now.
Not too surprised about that. Ellis is there too, so both players who are in serious foul trouble right now are on the floor. Murray bringing it up, sends it over. Nice backdoor try, and Brior again with the finish.
And that's why they put him back in?
It's a nice welcome back to the floor. Ellis thought about the three. Now it's Modesto with it. Over to Dredge. Dredge driving, puts it up and one! Great way to break on the scoreboard. He has been quiet all night, and he finally gets his first points right at the start of the fourth quarter, and he's got a chance to make it a three-point play.
Right now he's 4 points away from breaking 100, Mason.
And Ellis is going to be subbed out. So is Modesto.
Interesting.
For Durso, and it was Miller that came on for them. As Miller drops back to guard Grayson Thomas. Three-point play, not there for Garrett Dredge. He stays 4 away from 100. We've been keeping an eye on him for that tonight, but he's just been quiet. He's been contributing in some other ways, making some movement offensively, as that is a deep ball. Knocked down! Grayson Thomas still staying hot. 55-41. Millette hands it off to Dredge. Now down low. Taken back out by Frazier. He sees the lane to run it back. Durso deep two. Not there off the glass. Frazier puts it back and knocks it down.
Frontier needs that. Looks like they're losing a little bit of their motivation here.
And
they need some more energy from come back from that.
There's some fifth man contribution right there. Frazier getting his first points on the night. Dump back out. Caleb Thomas, all kinds of room.
Got it. Greenfield's kind of pulling away now a little bit. Possession by possession.
And
Eric Larson checking in.
Substitutions coming in. I was wondering why the stoppage was there. And it's Eric Larson, who had a three earlier in the game, coming in for Carter Miller. Millette brings it up for the Red Hawks, trailing 58-43 against Greenfield. Millette, stutter step, drives on the right side, puts it up off the glass.
That's what you need right now, some good easy points here. Frontier's got to kind of chip away at that with the little time they have.
Now look at Murray. He can't finish the job. A great cut through the lane, though. Millette sees Dredge. Takes the three.
Got it!
Backs it down. Yes! Yes!
One more, Mason.
Grayson Thomas bringing it back for Greenfield. Deep in the bag. Up against Eric Larson. Larson locking him down. Picks the ball off. Eric Larson! And he gets the ball away as he got knocked down. Dredge is there to scoop it up. It's out of bounds, and it is going to...
Oh, he changed his mind.
Be a timeout. I think he's motioning for the timeout for Greenfield.
What a turn of events there, Mason.
I didn't catch which side got it. I thought that it went off of Greenfield.
It looked like the ref pointed towards Frontier, and then I think Greenfield called a timeout, but I could be wrong.
I think that's what happened. So you can see, I mean, the momentum swinging a little bit.
That's what you want to see.
10-point lead now for Greenfield, getting cut down a little bit as the teams are in their huddles here with 5:52 to go in the fourth quarter. And I'd like to correct myself, actually. I wrote down a lot of my stats before the game that happened yesterday with South Hadley. So it was not Garrett Dredge. I'm messing up all kinds of places tonight. Yeah, it's Max Millette came into the game with 275 points on the night, and right now he's poised to take a shot at 300 in this game tonight. Right now, He has 23. He gets a 2. He's got 300.
So we're looking at two players looking to break some big numbers. We got Garrett Dredge at 99, which is a very doable now, and then Max Millette right there. I mean, they both got it.
Yeah, I think that they do too. I mean, with this amount of time left, I think that they can definitely find a way to make it happen, especially Millette. He's been much more active on the scoreboard than Dredge has been, but all Dredge needs is one made free throw, and he's got the triple digits. But Frontier with the ball right now after a good scramble. Frazier through traffic, trying to get his own boards, and it's
staying in Frontier, I believe.
Going to stay. That was a conflicting motion, I felt like, from the official.
Yeah.
He pointed one way and then was really gesturing the other way.
There's a fake out there, but
handoff back to Millette from Durso, pulls the J, goes down, boards stay with Frontier as Frazier comes in through the air. Frazier, knee-high dribble, over to Millette, swinging around the horn. Dredge with it from Larson. Dredge sees the court. Millette three ball,
and he's got it!
And one
on the three.
Welcome to 300, Max Millette. What a way to do it.
Way to wake up the nest there.
That's a huge, huge bucket. And he's fired up.
Chipping away at that.
4-point play
and
is there.
Only 6 points now for Frontier to come back in 5 minutes.
27 points on the night for Max Millette. Thomas sends it down low. Moore back out to Arsenault. Arsenault surveying, is trying to get it to Brior. Sends it up high. Brior is there. Millette blocked him. And foul. That's going to be against Frazier. But that was a huge block.
I know.
By Max Millette. Wow. And it's going to be, it's a foul on Frazier as Moore put up the second attempt, so he goes to the line here. Makes his first. Frazier not in foul trouble at all. His first foul of the game. He actually fouled out in the first time these teams met this season, as that's going to stay with Greenfield. It almost looked like Moore kind of intentionally missed that. That seemed like a very low arc.
Yeah. I don't know if he slipped or something, but.
Here comes the stack play from Greenfield, trying to get it to Brior. They send it up high. He does get it. Brior through traffic. It's not there. Boards. Brior goes down. And here comes Millette. Stutter step. Past Grayson Thomas. Through traffic. Gets pickpocketed. Dredge picks up the ball. Fakes the pass. Creates some room. 100! Oh, what a play for triple digits by Garrett Dredge as he hustles back on defense. 5-point game. Hawks pulling back into this one with under 5 minutes to go. Kayla Murray calling out the play. Motion by Grayson Thomas and Gavin Arsenault. From the logo, it's Kayla Murray. Sends it to Arsenault. Dumps it down low. Brior, fade away, makes it. 61-54. Millette takes it up slow. Looking at Dredge. Swung over to Frazier, fakes the shot, drives looking for a pitch out, reverse. He's got the reverse in the play! What a move and what a bucket from Frazier. He had options, but he wanted to take off. Grayson Thomas loses the ball and Millette puts it. And pay. Millette. Huge transition points. 3-point game. Hawks pulling back. Arsenault fakes the shot, drives, sends it back out. Thomas doesn't want it. Thomas drives over a screen, puts it up, rattles out. Brior. And there's a push.
It's going to be on Frazier, I believe.
It looks like it, yeah. On the struggle for the boards.
Frontier's crawling back, Mason.
They got to keep it up on defense, though. That's the biggest thing.
They got to watch out for Brior then. They're definitely trying to feed him right now.
They can always, Frontier can always make buckets. Can they stop buckets is the question. That's been the difference maker in games like this. Brior does get the ball, sends it out to Murray. Murray setting up a play. Over to Grayson Thomas. Can't knock it down. Brior on the putback. And that's what's great about having such a dominant big man. It doesn't matter if you miss the shot. Chances are he gets the boards and you get 2 anyway.
No, absolutely.
Millette, spin move, floating, jumper in the air! Beautiful MJ imitation on the floor tonight.
You can't stop him, Mason.
Great stuff. Back and forth, back and forth. Durso picks the ball off. Back to Brior as Greenfield recovered through traffic, and it's down. Brior with 23 on the night. 5-point lead for Greenfield. Millette against Murray. Millette at the nail. Out to Dredge. Fakes the shot. Dredge drives through traffic. Gets
the call.
The call. Goes to the line.
What an eventful past couple minutes here, Mason. Frontier's crawling back.
5-point lead right now for Greenfield. As that, oh my God. Well, we got our first foul out. Malik Moore goes to the bench. Not a crucial player in the night so far for Greenfield, but that's a sign of the times here.
We got Alex.
Going to see a lot of that soon.
Got it.
Dredge got his first. Big free throws here. 2:46 to go, but it really can come down to this, you know?
Oh, honestly, yeah.
Just a couple difference-making free throws. As Ellis checks back into the game. He's got 4 fouls on the night. And Caleb Thomas comes back in for Greenfield. Powerhouse players ready to throw it down here in the final moments. Can't go 2 for 2. Rebound with Ellis. 2-point game. Murray blows past Dredge. Throws on the brakes. Murray back again. Spinning. Dumps it down. Brior out of bounds. Greenfield turns it over. Red Hawks fans on their feet. 2-point game. 2:30 to go. And here comes Max Millette. Over to Dredge. Gotta be smart. Dredge from the left wing against Thomas. He pokes it free. Dredge has the ball. Lost it again. Hands it over to Frazier in a clean motion. Frazier against Murray, and a timeout called by Coach Josh Morse with 19 on the shot clock. Aggressive defense from Greenfield. It's getting close, Braden.
They're losing it. And Frontier's just hitting up with those shots. They're getting the boards and the second-point chances right now. This is exactly what they need, Mason.
But, man, I mean, I'm sure that some of the players, it's almost like they knew that they reached those landmarks,
Absolutely,
300 and 100 for Millette and Dredge, respectively. They hit those landmark numbers, and they have been going off.
They have been going off since. They just keep climbing.
And if I'm doing my math right here, yeah, well, this is going to be the second game in a row that Max Millette breaks 30. He has 31 points right now.
Insane.
2 players from Greenfield have over 20, 22 from Grayson Thomas and 23 from John Brior. I mean, you can't ask for a much better game than this. This is what happened when we covered the girls' game against Lennox. It was neck and neck, back and forth, and what came down to the last play, the last 5 seconds, which Frontier ultimately lost. I mean, but it's the thrillers. This is what basketball is about, Braden.
Absolutely. I mean, this game has just been back and forth, and it's been the intensity has not let up, and they've been so physical all game. Bodies hitting the floor, steals, shots going up, all the above.
But we got ourselves a 2-point game as Dredge gets it back off of the inbound. Sees Millette on the near corner. Millette against Murray, spinning to the bucket. Time! 65-65, and here comes Grayson Thomas and Greenfield. Caleb Thomas drives, and
I think it's a reaching foul on.
It's going to be, that's going to be Eric Larson who picks up his first there. That stops the play, resets the shot clock.
Yeah, if they got fouls to give, then.
It's just got to be smart fouls, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Can't
be giving them too many more chances as someone is trying to get open. Brior loses the ball, kept alive. And some confusion from the official there. It is staying with Greenfield.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah. made the wrong motion. He did intend for it to be Greenfield. It should be Greenfield's
Seems
ball.
like
I was
there's a lot of
confused on that.
interesting motions so far
Yeah.
from the refs.
Inbound again, lobbed
Long
up top.
pass.
Grayson Thomas is there, setting it up. Over to Caleb Thomas. Now in the corner, back to Caleb Thomas. And a pass by Millett. Picks it off. Kalini was trying to get it to Brior. Millett moving the other way. Spin move over Caleb Thomas. It's not there. Punched out. Larson keeps it alive. Sends it up top. Ellis against Caleb Thomas. Ellis through traffic. Goes to the line. Alex Ellis has a chance to give the Red Hawks the lead with 90 seconds to go. Oh my goodness.
Couldn't have asked for more, Mason.
This is what you live for. Tie game. Could come down to
And he's
these.
got it. He's got him in the lead now.
Second made free throw would be a 2-point lead and 15 points on the night for Alex Ellis. Not there. Boards loose.
Swatted out by Dredge.
And yeah, Dredge got the last touch on it. So a 1-point lead for Frontier as Caleb Thomas checks out of the game.
Interesting.
Krish Patel comes in. Patel with no points on the game. Caleb Thomas with 9. Possibly trying to preserve some energy, but Caleb Thomas upset with himself on the bench. 1:20 to go. Frontier leading by 1. Caleb Murray and a timeout called by Angelo Thomas of Greenfield. Wow.
It's just been nonstop, Mason. I mean, Frontier's been so dominant in these past minute or two.
It's been crazy. I need to take a breather. I don't know about you, Braden. We're going to take a quick break here in Goodenow Gymnasium. We'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. If you're joining us right now, boy, have you missed a game. It is a 1-point lead for the Red Hawks as they have clawed their way back tooth and nail into this game against Greenfield. Conference rivals, division rivals, local rivals, you name it, it's happened. And right now, Frontier looking for an upset as it swung around. Shot, pulled, knocked down! 1-point lead now for Greenfield. 1 minute to go. Millett brings it up for Frontier. Jab step. Dredge drives. Denied. And it's going the other way. Grayson Thomas with a huge block.
Every bucket is so crucial here, Mason, in these final seconds.
Frontier really needs to get a stop here. Keeping it to a 1-point game is huge as Murray drives, sees a lane. Murray can't finish. Brior, he does. 25 on the night with that bucket is John Brior. 34 to go. Millett. And Millett gets in the paint.
It's a 1-point game here, Mason. Hawks clock is off.
Hawks trailing. And Frontier's going to foul. It's going to come down to the nail.
Gotta pray for a stop here, Mason, for Frontier.
35 points for Max Millett now with that made shot. But Frontier is going to work them to a bonus after the inbound if they can't get a steal on it. And they won't, as Thomas is going to bring it up. Grayson Thomas against Frazier. No foul yet. And he fell. He's got it. Max Millett, big again. Puts Frontier back in the lead. You just can't stop him.
And he's got the foul. And we got the replay right here.
Millett at the line to give Frontier the lead. He's got 3 shots. No, 2 shots. Excuse me. It wasn't a shooting foul. 2 shots.
This could be the decider of the game here, Mason.
14 seconds to go. Millett already 35 points on the night, and it could come down to his hands. To tie it. It's not there.
It's going to come real close, Mason.
Really close.
Crowd is on their feet.
Millett, he's feeling the pressure. Gotta make it. Hey! And he does. Tie game.
He is the answer.
Grayson Thomas. And a timeout called.
Greenfield.
11 seconds to go. And Millett goes 1 for 2 at the line, ties it for Frontier.
It doesn't get better than this.
It doesn't get any better than this. This might as well be the Super Bowl.
Honestly, I'd rather watch this than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think most people in New England would.
I think this is the most intense basketball game I've seen this year.
This is ridiculous. This is closer than the Lennox game.
Absolutely.
It's going to come down to one last shot. Greenfield has possession. Frontier's going to look for another steal, and if you're Greenfield, you're going to want it to end up in the hands of Grayson Thomas. He's been so good tonight. Honestly though, you don't even need to get it to Grayson Thomas. You could get it to John Brior.
Yeah, I got to watch out for him down below.
The trouble with John Brior is if he gets swarmed, then can he get the shot up in time? We'll see what Coach Angelo Thomas wants to do. Frontier going to be playing some lockdown defense. It's what they have to do. Millett really kicking himself in the foot right now. He knows he needed both of those, but Dredge hyping him back up. And we got a sub coming in. No. Durso's going to wait for it. Durso waiting in the wings. And Thomas is going to send the inbound into Kayla Murray. Here is the ball game. 10 seconds. Murray with it. Murray against Dredge. Murray driving. Puts it up. It's not there. It's not there. Rebound. Jump ball. It was the Frontier.
Got possession.
1 second left, and a timeout's going to be called.
Mason, it does not get closer than this. It's going to be down to catch and shoot.
Coach Morse trying to negotiate a little bit of extra time. Oh my God.
It's going to be down to a catch and shoot, Mason.
Murray misses the reverse lay. Brior can't get the boards. You can see it right here. Ellis pops it up off of the shot. Watch Murray go up. He tried to create some separation with Millett. Ellis taps it away, and Ellis wrenches it away for the jump ball.
That's all you could have asked for.
The grit and tenacity of Frontier is unmatched in this game. All they need is 1 point.
That's all they need.
It could come from a shot on the floor. It could come from a shot at the nail. The last thing Greenfield wants to do in this final second is foul them.
Foul them.
If there's no shot made, we're going to overtime. And this would be only the second time I've ever covered a game that went to overtime for basketball. The first time was a JV girls game earlier this season.
Well, it might be a first here for you in varsity.
Well, here we go. I got to stand up for this one.
Oh, me too, Mason.
Ball game in hand. Garrett Dredge looking for someone. It's going to be Modesto, and he doesn't get it off in time. Pressure up high, and we're going to overtime. I can't really expect much less from these two teams.
Absolutely
it was
not.
a close win that Greenfield had earlier in the season. They were able to pull away at the end to make it an 8-point difference. But Frontier has improved, and it's just the way that the teams progress over the course of the season, Braden, that's what's brought us here to this point today. So, the way that overtime works, for those of you that did not watch our stream covering the JV girls game against South Hadley, it's half of a quarter. Instead of 8 minutes, it's 4 minutes of overtime. Whoever leads wins. Whoever leads at the end of those 4 minutes wins. That's all it is. It isn't a sudden death. Whoever gets first points wins. And we're going to start with a jump ball here in overtime. And yes, if it is tied after 4 minutes, again, we go to second overtime because that's how it works. You can't have a tie in basketball.
Nope.
Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. And now this is where some of the foul conversations get really interesting because Ellis stayed clean throughout the whole fourth quarter.
And then
can he continue that? Yeah, Brior as well. Could get really interesting here. But here we go. We've been blessed with 4 more minutes of Franklin County basketball. Greenfield against Frontier tied at 69. 4 minutes of overtime to decide the victor. It's Kayla Murray to bring it up first. Dump down low. Brior working against Dredge, and he knocks it down.
Bit of a mix-up there. He had Garrett Dredge on Brior.
Yeah. Pretty sure that wasn't the intended matchup for the Red Hawks. But now here comes Dredge against Grayson Thomas. He puts up a floater, doesn't fall. Thomas gets the boards, and he moves it the other way. And this might be a foul, yes. And this is the other thing that we forgot to mention. Fouls carry over from the fourth quarter.
They do.
So both teams have a bonus now. Grayson Thomas at the line. Misses the first. Shock from the Greenfield crowd. To make it a 3-point game here in overtime.
No.
Can't do it. Wow. Surprising misses from Grayson Thomas, possibly when Greenfield needs it most. Ellis down low, backdoor feed. Frazier dives for it, has it. Frazier over at Dredge.
Dredge wants the three.
Short. Frazier does get the boards. Frazier is everywhere. He gets double teamed. Frazier trying to find someone. Hurls it. Ellis is there. Dredge wants it again. Not there. Still with the Red Hawks. Ellis controls. Spin move. And we got a foul. And it's going to be against Gavin Arsenal, who got the finger pointed right at his back by the official. And that's going to send Ellis to the line to tie the game.
It is keeping the folks on their feet right now.
Misses the first. Redhawks have not been lucky with the free throws at the end of this game here. Ellis trying to go 1 for 2, and he does.
Cuts the lead down. 1-point game here.
Back to where we were just a few moments ago. 1-point lead for Greenfield. 2:50 left in overtime. Caleb Thomas was looking for a call as he hit the deck there. Grayson Thomas, all kinds of room. He can't find the net.
He's got the board.
And Frazier got the ball as it popped away from Modesto, and Brior. Millette brings it up. Chance to take the lead for the Redhawks. Both teams have bonus. Greenfield leading by 1. Murray trying to punch it out. Millette pivoting. Sees Modesto down low. Sends it back up top. And Ellis resets. 15 to shoot. Ellis drives. Puts it up off the backboard.
I think he's got the
and
foul.
He's going to the
taking
line.
the line again. He has a chance to take the lead here for the game.
Ellis, huge stuff in overtime.
Seems like he's a little hurt there, though. He's holding his back.
And that
replay here.
That's going to be on Grayson Thomas. That's his 4th.
Shot goes up.
He's got it.
Tie game in the nest.
Overtime, and we're tied, and the Redhawks have a chance to take the lead with a free throw from Alex Ellis. One more, that's all they need, and it's not there. Caleb Thomas brings it up, sends it over to his cousin. 3-ball, 2-ball. Caleb Thomas drops back as Grayson Thomas airballed it over to Modesto. Swung to Ellis. 3-ball, up, not there. Caleb Thomas gets the boards. Going the other way, moving fast. It's Gavin Arsenault. Up top, Thomas, stutter step, and it's Modesto. Strips him, takes it away, still tied. 1:40 to go. Frazier! Yes! He has the shot! Frazier gives the Redhawks the lead. Out to Caleb Thomas, 3-ball, and it back and forth. 1 point lead back with Greenfield. Here comes Millette. He takes the paint, puts it up. Not there. Boards go to Brior. Wrestling for it. Brior still has it, and it's out to Caleb Murray. Huge three hit by Caleb Thomas to give Greenfield the lead again. Now it's over to Arsenault. 1 minute to go in overtime. Caleb Thomas through traffic.
Doesn't go, and Ellis got the rebound.
Ellis over to Millette. And man, it's coming down to it again.
Slowing the game down here.
50 seconds. Modesto at the point, over to Ellis, jab step, drives. Ellis down low. Ellis has a lead. Yes, yes, put it up there. Ellis got it. Oh my God! Yes, that's the answer. Oh my God! Let's go! Come on! Are you kidding me? And the Redhawks go up by 3. 3-point lead, Frontier. And the Nest is on fire. This is an all-time scoring high. I've never seen someone in high school get this many points. No. Max Millette is off the charts.
He is the answer.
3-point lead for the Redhawks after all of this. 32 seconds. Just watch him bait it,
here.
and he knew it a mile away. Grayson Thomas couldn't get there, and Millette with a dagger in the heart of Greenfield. And you can hear this gym rocking from miles around.
The crowd is going crazy right now.
The band is loving it, and another look here, just perfectly timed.
He had that right
Millette
there.
Beautifully, and look at the crowd explode.
And they go crazy.
Coach Morse loving it. Nothing Greenfield could do, but it's not over yet. 3-point lead for Frontier. And we got to take another drink of water.
Lucky you.
Well, here we go. 32 seconds to go. Greenfield with the ball. Shot clock is dark. Kayla Murray brings it up for the men in green. Taking it to his right. Screen by Brior. Drops it back. Looking for someone. It's loose. It is picked up by Frazier. There we go. Frazier has the steal. He plays it back. Max Millette has it. He's fouled. Steal from Diego Frazier might just seal the deal here in South Deerfield.
Max is taking to the line, looking to extend the lead.
He's got the bonus. He's got 2 shots. He makes 1.
That might be game.
That might just be game. He makes both.
That's for sure game.
16 seconds. I don't know if we can see anything pulled off in that time. He misses the first. Millette cannot believe it. And Morse shouting out to him, that's not you, man. Feel it. Max Millette, come on, baby.
Come on.
Yeah, he's got it! Greenfield moving it fast, looking for anything at all. It's Grayson Thomas putting their trust in him. He's desperate. Grayson Thomas breaks free. 3-ball.
No good.
There, he gets the rebound. Out to Gavin Arsenault. 3. No good. Redhawks. The Redhawks are gonna win. Let's go. How do you do? The Redhawks with the biggest upset of the season. Can you believe it?
Sending Greenfield home.
I can't speak.
78-74. Frontier with the victory.
The greatest finish you'll ever see in high school basketball. I can't speak. Hawks win it in overtime by 4 points. Millette with the dagger. Never in my life and never again will you see something like this.
Absolutely not. No, Millette left it all on the court.
Oh my God. There's not much to say besides that, except maybe that Millette had one shy of 40 points.
He almost broke 40 on the night.
39 on the night. Milestone stuff going down in the annals of Frontier history. This is ridiculous. I mean,
Insane. Unreal, Mason.
best
Unreal.
basketball game I've seen all year. Gotta hand
Might
it
be
to
the
him.
best. I don't know. It's going to be hard to top this.
Everyone on the Red Hawks stepped up big time tonight. They delivered, and Greenfield couldn't find the counter for it.
Going home sad tonight. The win in overtime.
Ridiculously important win. We'll see it play into the playoff race for sure, but we'll talk about that a lot more in our next few streams. For now, I gotta rest my voice.
Me too, Mason.
78-74, the Red Hawks beat Greenfield in overtime. I've been Mason Smith here with Braden Reepold and all the rest of the FCAT group. Thank you, and all of the volunteers back here. Yes,
Our
amazing
crew.
production. Hope you like the replay machine too. And once again, sponsors Holiday Pizza and Albert Hearing Services. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We hope you enjoyed this as much as we did and that we didn't scream too much. You've been watching Frontier Community Access Television. Have a great night.